biggest thing. If you go to a tennis lesson, how do you know it's a bad lesson right away? There's no movement. There's no footwork. And the kids aren't breaking a sweat. The kids aren't, or adults. There's no physical, I don't want to say punishment, infliction, stress, pressure, movement, footwork, learning how to track the ball, move and get into position, recovery. It goes hand in hand with a physical workout, because whenever you work on footwork, it has to be physical. So right away, you know it's a bad tennis lesson if it's not physical. If your kid or yourself, you're not moving, except for, very situational, very specific circumstances, like you need to just refine a movement and a stroke, so you do it stationary. But pretty much players should be learning how to move, because tennis is such a game of movement and footwork and balance and all that good stuff, posture and positioning. If you see a tennis lesson that doesn't have movement training, footwork technique, your kid's not learning how to coordinate their feet or yourself. If I say kids, you guys know what I mean. It could be adult too. I work with kids most of the time. That's a bad tennis lesson. If your kids, as I said before, if the kids aren't learning to swing fast and really print some speed on the ball, within reason, not obviously not slapping at the ball, but you want the children to develop their core, their obliques, their abdominals, their shoulders, their arm, the muscles, the muscular system. You want that trained, right? So that's the biggest sign of a bad lesson for young children under 10. No movement, no footwork, no really hitting the ball, more just tapping the ball, hitting too smoothly. Smooth is okay, but there has to be, you should think like a physical trainer. The children should be developing their muscular system, muscles, and the neuromuscular system, and sending a quick signal to the muscles to fire with some explosiveness, obviously within reason for the child's age and size and physical development. But too often I see bad tennis lessons. The kids are standing around. They're not learning any footwork. They're not learning movement skills. They're not learning how to coordinate their feet. Very stationary type lessons. They're not physical lessons, so the kid's not getting any sort of cardiovascular workout. A young kid's tennis lesson should be cardiovascular. Cardiopulmonary. It should have a cardiopulmonary effect. The kids should be breathing hard, should be working, should be sweating. Too often young children's lessons are not a workout. And so over time, the kid doesn't get in better shape. Every hour you have that lesson is an opportunity to get that kid into shape.
Let's work.